Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another standard math class. Bad puns aside, we are going to be looking at the standard form of the linear equation. Thus far, we have been looking at slope-intercept form, which is our standard y equals mx plus b. And it's called slope-intercept because we have the slope and we have the intercept in the equation. Okay, kind of makes sense. Second version is the highly original name standard form. And it's ax plus by plus c equals 0. So we've got everything on the left side of the equation. The general form is we have ax plus by, and we have c on the right-hand side of the equation. Now, the forms aren't particularly useful themselves, other than it helps us build some skills that you will need moving into grade 10, 11, 12, and of course beyond. So right now, it really doesn't help us out a whole lot other than getting us ready for something that's coming. Okay, now before we move on, A and B have no special meaning. Okay, so in the slope intercept form, the m is slope, the b is the intercept. They have special meanings. The a means nothing other than there's a number with the x. The b means nothing other than there's a number with the x. The c, the reason I don't include the c in that is that depending on the conditions, the c could be your y-intercept. We're not going to delve too deeply into this, although it'll become apparent why sometimes it has meaning and sometimes it doesn't in a few minutes. Now, converting between the forms requires algebra. And you're going to find that the next couple of lessons are actually going to rely on your algebra knowledge a lot more than what we used to have, a lot more than what we did before, which is why we took a break from lines so that we could do some algebra. Now, here we have an equation that we're being asked to convert to slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form, as we see above, is the y equals mx plus b, in which case, let's create some space because I'm going to need it. What we're trying to do is get y by itself. I'm going to move one thing at a time just so it doesn't get too hectic. Hopefully, your algebra is strong enough at this point that I don't have to write out double equal signs, so that I don't have to write out why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. And we're in y equals mx plus b. We have y by itself. Second example, convert to standard form. Now, there are some rules to this. First rule is that a is always a positive. And the second rule is that a and b must be integers. Now, if a is always positive, technically a isn't an integer, but let's not get that fussy. B can be positive or negative, so it is an integer. And what it means is that you're not allowed to have decimals or fractions. Okay, so in order to do that, we have our handy dandy. This one I actually will write out just because I know you guys aren't fans of fractions. So we'll remind you of that handy dandy rule. We have one denominator, so we're going to multiply everything by 4. And then from here, we're going to isolate 0. And I want you to notice the 5 is positive. We don't care about the b being a negative number, and we have 0 by itself. Yeah, I got it backwards to what it is up here. All we're trying to do is get a 0 by itself. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. You already have the skills to do this. You just need a little bit of reminder, a little bit of practice of how you're moving things around with algebra. If you don't remember, or if you need to review a couple of things, normally I would go over things in class, or I might make a slightly longer lesson. But in this case, I know that the algebra units are online because I put them there, and you will have gone through the unit. So you're welcome to go through and double check things again. I'd like to hope that at this point in the course, that you can just simply do the steps and not have to show me why you're doing the steps. All right. Once again, you're welcome to give me a call, an email, text if you're having any troubles. Otherwise, good luck with stuff.